In the name of Allah, hello students of grade 11 and welcome again in Unit 3, Lesson 6, Language Practice. Let's start our lesson for today. Open your workbook, page 18. Workbook, page 18. The first question: some of the talking verbs in sentences A to G are wrong. Take the correct sentences and cross the incorrect sentences, then choose the correct verb from this list. Use each verb only once. We have verbs: argue, chat, discuss, say, speak, talk, and tell. A. Could you say me the time, please? Is it wrong or right? B. I chatted to my friends on the way home from school. Chatted here. Is it wrong or right? C. If you have a problem at school, argue it with the teacher. D. The professor told for an hour about the environment. E. He has strong opinions. That's why he argues with people. F. He said me where he lived. And G. The teacher told the student to stop telling. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Try to observe the verb. If it's used correctly, it's okay. And if it's wrong, try to replace it. Let's see the answer. A. Could you say me the time, please? It's wrong. Could you tell me the time, please? Next, I chatted to my friend on the way home from school. It's right. Next, if you have a problem at school, argue it with a teacher. It's wrong. If you have a problem at school, discuss it with a teacher. D. The professor told for an hour about the environment. No, it's wrong. Spoke, talked. So we can use the verb spoke and talked. The professor spoke for an hour about the environment. E. He has very strong opinions. That's why he argues with people. Yes, it's right. F. He said me where he lived. No, it's wrong. He told me where he lived. Told here is the right verb. And finally, the teacher told the student to stop telling. No, it's wrong. Talking, chatting, speaking, all of them are right and can be used here. The teacher told the student to stop talking. Exercise number 2. Find the word in the text on page 16 that's related to each of the words in the list below. Write the related word in the space beneath the given word. Then make up new sentence for each in the space provided. The first word is given as example. So, the first word, drink. Drink is related to drunk. So, drink is related to drunk, and drunk is found in the text. Example: at dinner, the table was covered with food and drinks. Drunk water is drunk by more people than juice. So, you have 2 minutes. Read the text and try to find words that related to the words tea, drive, enjoyment, quick, day, popular, meeting, and also give an example. Start now. Okay, let's read your answers. Tea houses. Drive, driver. So driver is found in the text. It related to the word drive. Enjoyment, enjoy. Quick, quickly. Day, daily. Popular, popularity. meeting, meet. And examples: most people like drinking tea after meals. All people enjoy going to tea houses to chat. My brother usually drives fast. The bus driver had a terrible accident. She gets a lot of enjoyment from traveling. I really enjoyed that meal. Thanks a lot. Sultan is a quick worker. I'd like you to get there as quickly as possible. I saw that film a few days ago. He prays the 5 prayers on time daily. Turkey is a popular holiday destination. His talents soon won him a great popularity. The meeting will be next week. And finally, we will meet the manager at 5 o'clock. Let's move to the next question. Exercise number 3. Match these words and expressions from the article and the fact file with their meanings. The first word: consume, civil servant, chat, cultivation, porcelain, and skilled. Try to read these words and find their meanings from the numbers. You have 2 minutes. Okay, start now. Let's see the answer. Consume, meaning 4. To eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. Civil servant, 6. Meaning someone who works for the government. Chat is 5. Talk in a friendly, normal way. Cultivation, 2. The growing of plants. Porcelain is 8, meaning a kind of clay which is used to make cups. And skilled, number 1, good at doing something and experience it. Now, page 19. The first question, exercise number 4. Complete these sentences about the history of chocolate. Use the correct form of the verb in brackets. A. If the Olmecs discovered cocoa 3,000 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to produce the modern chocolate bar. Next. In 1528, chocolate arrived in Spain. If its arrived earlier, it would have spread to the rest of Europe faster. Next. The Aztecs used cocoa beans as money. If they space the beans in this way, their society wouldn't have been as advanced as it was. Next. If Belgian chocolatiers develop chocolate making techniques, Belgium wouldn't have been as famous for its chocolates. Okay, let's check your answers. A. If the Olmecs hadn't discovered cocoa 3,000 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to produce the modern chocolate bar. Next. In 1528, chocolate arrived in Spain. If it had arrived, had arrived is the answer. If it had arrived earlier, it would have spread to the rest of Europe faster. Next. The Aztecs used cocoa beans as money. If they hadn't used the beans in this way, their society wouldn't have been as advanced as it was. And if Belgian chocolatiers hadn't developed chocolate making techniques, Belgium wouldn't have been as famous for its chocolates. Okay, let's move to exercise number 7. Now imagine that the person in exercise 6 didn't open a cafe. Rewrite your answers to 6 from A to D, changing the verb tense. Okay, A. If he had opened a cafe, he would have sold coffee and tea. You have 2 minutes and try to answer that question, please. Start now. Let's check your answers. A. If he had opened the cafe, he would have sold coffee and tea. Next, if he had wanted to sell cakes too, he would have made them in the kitchen. Next, if he had wanted to become a cafe owner, he would have needed to have done a training course first. D. If he had owned a cafe, he would have counted the days' money at the end of each day. So this is the end of our lesson today. I am happy to be with you. Thank you and goodbye.